Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how are you today? Before we get started, for the newsletter, Trish and I need a veteran to highlight for November's newsletter. So if you yourself or family member or friend is a veteran or even active military and you would like to be highlighted for November's newsletter, please email me or Trish, okay, with a picture of your veteran or your active military and a little bit of information on them, like their name, what their favorite saying is, their favorite food, what branch they were in, okay, things like that. And they will be highlighted for November's newsletter, okay? Now, grab your coffee, maybe a snack or two, healthy, unhealthy, doesn't matter. And let's get into this, okay? So this email was sent to me, and it says, as you are aware, I manage a truck stop. Our usual order per week is about $10,000 to $12,000 in cost. This week, I noticed that our outs were very light, so people are not spending like they usually do. And the order I made was total cost of $6,000, so down almost 50%. In previous months, I received our special purchase order informing me of specials coming out that I could pre-order through our representative. Knowing the state of shortages, because we are aware and watching, I always order these specials to fill out on the shelves when necessary. Due to the shortages from our distributor, I have been lucky to get 75% of our order. This week, I should not have been shocked, but reality set in. I received only 25% of my standard order. The balance of my order was all of the special orders, even though the order still cost $6,000. 3/4 of the regular merchandise ordered was outed. Yeah. So this is, just goes to show you that it's not just supermarkets that are being, affected by this, okay? It's small businesses as well. And speaking on small businesses, if you yourself are a small business owner, if you have ever looked in the description box below, I like to highlight and support small businesses. Okay, so if you would like to email me, okay, with your business page, whether it's Facebook or just your website, or even if it's just your business email, okay, I would like to put it in the description box below so people can shop with you, okay? So, because I strongly support small businesses, okay? And so does our community, all right? So if you've ever looked in the description box, you'll see a whole bunch of links. And those are all people that are a part of our community, okay? So email me, okay? And I don't expect anything in return, okay? So I just want to put, your information in the description box, okay? So people can support you as well. All right. So, something else, okay, that we need to discuss is this. This was sent to me, okay? And you wouldn't think that this would happen, but it is. More fallout from the supply chain shortage. Hospitals are now having a hard time finding crutches, canes, and walkers because of an aluminum shortage. The worldwide supply chain is putting a strain on local hospitals, forcing them to come up with creative ways to get certain supplies. Crutches, walkers, and canes are typically made out of aluminum, and since Many local hospitals can't get their hands on new shipments because of walking aids. UAB is now leaning on employees for these items. Leaders at the hospital system are asking employees to search their homes, looking specifically for crutches right now in their closets, storage units, basements, and garages. Vice President of the Supply Chain and Support Services at UAB, Laura Kowalski, I think I said that right, said they hope the internal collection drive will prevent them from running out of supplies they need to help patients. There have been very, very few opportunities to procure crutches in our normal supply chain market. The reports we got this week from some of our resources that we gain insight and information just in the industry from is that we are still looking at early 2022 to see the aluminum raw material shortage ease up. Wow. She said the hospital system is not making a plea to the public for crutches just yet. But if you have these items at your home, you're no longer using them, you may want to reach out to your local healthcare system to see if you can donate them. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, okay? If you have any of these items, now I know as, preppers, we buy our own medical, okay, our own medical supplies. But if you have any for whatever reason, okay, if you can donate, let's donate, okay? Let's give back to our community, okay? I don't have any, to be honest with you. I don't. But I can say that every time I go to Goodwill, Salvation Army, they always have this one corner where they have crutches and canes and walkers and stuff like that just piled. And they're always for like $1 a piece. So I think I'm going to go there and, on Sean's day off and, take $10 and just go and buy a few things and go donate. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. All right. So if we can start, just donate maybe just one pair of crutches or one cane or something, I think that we should do things like that. So, oh boy, the things that we learn, and the things that we didn't ever think would happen is happening. And it's just the strangest things. It really, truly is. I mean, okay, so this was sent to me, and when I saw this, I'm like, what is this? What? Oh, man, it's one of those. It's called NIPAH, NIPAH. Look it up. Or, me, I always leave links in the description box so you guys can have your references, right? So, there's a professor, Sarah Gilbert, not the actress, said there's, and she's from Oxford, okay, University, and she said there is no, against this, whatever, that which causes swelling up here, okay? But should it evolve to spread at a faster rate, as Rona has learned to do, it could be disastrous. Now, she said something everybody is very much aware of now is how SARS-CoV-2 has spread through the world. It's mutated, it's evolved, and what we've ended up with is the Delta Airways variant, which is very highly transmissible. If we get a Delta Airways variant evolved to be more transmissible as whatever, then suddenly we've got a highly transmissible V with a 50% fatality rate. What the? During an event at the Cheltenham Literature Festival, she said her team was struggling to raise money needed to develop against diseases already known about, yet alone those yet to emerge. Before starting work on the Oxford AstraZeneca in January of last year, she said she had been working on vax for Nipah, but her work has gone backwards since the pandemic. All right, you know what? I'm not even going to go through with this. I'm not even going to read the rest of it, because you know what happens when I do. I'm not even touching it. So the link will be in the description. You can read it, okay? Oh, I just got chills. Nay, nay. Nay, nay. Not touching it. Nay, nay. Wow. Like we need any more of this crap going on. So here's something. Canadian Coast Guard officials now believe that more than 100 cargo containers, up from the 40 originally reported, went overboard from the Zim Kingston, a large cargo ship that caught fire near British Columbia on Saturday. Canadian officials revised the number first to 106, then to 109 on Wednesday after the fire was suppressed on the vessel. The number of those that have been reported to contain toxic chemicals, however, remains at 2, according to the Canadian Coast Guard. What the heck? There's toxic chemicals on this darn thing, and it was set ablaze? Canadian authorities said the crew was advised to abandon ship, which was piled high with containers and anchored about 5 miles offshore from Victoria when it caught fire. Abandoned ship? What do they expect them to do? Just jump in the water? The fire was caused by a combustible chemical powder spilling from containers that had been damaged in a storm Friday at the ship, arriving from South Korea, approached the entrance of the Strait of Juan de Fuca. On Friday, the containers started falling off the vessel, which was listing during heavy swells near the strait. A 1-mile exclusion zone was placed in effect around the container ship near Constance Bank due to danger of falling containers, and a navigation warning was sent to all ships in the area. The hazardous material was identified, according to the Coast Guard, as potassium amyl xanthate, a pale yellow powder used in the mining industry. In all, 57 tons were aboard in 4 containers, 2 that dropped overboard and 2 that caused the onboard fire. Earlier this week, the Canadian Coast Guard said salvage workers would need calm weather before they could retrieve the containers that have been bobbing near the strait. Originally, officials said the containers, which were drifting parallel to shores about 12 miles off the southwest coast of Vancouver Island near Tofino, British Columbia, were not likely to come ashore. However, On Wednesday, the CCG reported that 4 of the containers were located onshore near Cape Scott. The containers were identified and checked against the ship manifest and do not contain hazardous chemicals. Wait a minute. What? The manifest said it did not contain hazardous chemicals, but yet it did. Due to the potential risk from the hazardous material in 2 of the containers, officials warned against opening or moving any of them and asked mariners, aircraft pilots, and members of the public to immediately report sightings of the containers. Whoa. Whoa. So they didn't put on the manifest what was actually in those containers. Oh my Lord. Makes you think about what else is in those containers on those ships. What else is not being said? Man, I would be busting those container ship doors open and looking at everything. Whoa. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. 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 So, here we go with this, all right? This is the last thing I'm going to be talking about because I got to get ready for tonight. It's Friday. TGIF. We're going live tonight, 7 o'clock. Yes. So, of all the extreme measures carried out by various states in Australia, the collections and confiscations by the State Penalty and Enforcement Register, or SPER, might just be the icing on the cake. Okay? During the lengthy lockdown in the state of Queensland, Australia, Brisbane area, most workers were not permitted to work or earn a living. Several states stepped in to provide wage subsidies so people could purchase essential products and pay their living expenses. However, during the lockdown, if you were caught violating any of the rules, you were subject to a civil citation, a fine, or a ticket for your violation. Get caught too far from home, outside your permitted bubble, get a ticket. Get caught spending more than the permitted 1 hour outside, get a ticket. Get caught without a mask, even by yourself, ticket. Enter a closed quarantine zone, park, venue, etc., ticket. Tickets were being handed out by police on the street as well as during random checkpoints on the roads. Additionally, people returning to Queensland were put into a system of involuntary quarantine. The cost for that quarantine, mostly hotel rooms, were to be paid by the people being involuntary captive and not allowed to go home. Citizens were required to have their physical location scanned via a QR code on their phone. My God. These checkpoints were to assist in controlling the spread and were used to contact tracing throughout the past 2 years. However, the checkpoints and gateway compliance scans also registered your physical location. The consequence was an increased ability for police and compliance officers to catch people violating the rules. For example, if you checked in at the grocery store, they knew how far from home you are and the police could figure out if you violated your 1 hour of time outside the home at the next checkpoint. Jeez, that's the result of all this compliance monitoring was thousands of fines, civil citations for violating the rules. Thousands of people given thousands of fines that would need to be paid. Now the state is requiring all of these civil citations get paid or else. And the enforcement actions to collect these fines from the state penalty and enforcement register are quite extreme. Citizens who have outstanding tickets are finding their driver's license suspended, bank accounts are being frozen and seized, homes and properties are being confiscated, as well as business license suspended for outstanding citations. What the hell? Queenslanders who receive fines for breaking the rules risk having their home seized and bank accounts frozen in a government crackdown to collect $5.2 million in repayments. Oh, come on. What the hell is this all about? I know a few of you live over there. Email me. All right. Let's talk. Because this is utter bullshit. That's what this is. All right. No. Yeah. There's a picture, right? At the bottom of this article, and it says, this is not about a virus. It's about total government control of the people. Yeah, no kidding. Oh my God. So you're gonna take someone's home, suspend their driver's license because they didn't pay a fine they didn't deserve to receive in the first place? What the hell? It's absurd. It's absurd. No. They're lucky I don't live over there. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm a loudmouth, and I don't shut up. My mouth gets me in more trouble. That's the one thing that Sean and I always fight about. He always tells me, you need to shut up. No. And it always, my mouth, your mouth. I don't care. I'm not too opinionated, but when I have something to say, I scream it from the rooftops. And I don't shut up until everybody hears me. You know? I know, Angel Face. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's just, no. That has to stop. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I got some stuff to do. All right, I love you. I'll see you tonight at 7 o'clock, okay? Stay safe, stay positive, keep prepping. And as always, fearless.